What?
What the fuck is your name?
Micah.
Micah. What do you play?
I play guitar.
Right. Do you write any of the music?
Do you want to know?
I hear you write the songs. What's up?
As of lately, yeah, I write most of the songs. But it's becoming more of a collaborative effort as we get more and more into, I don't know, play more music with each other. I don't fucking know.
You've never thought about
basically,
this,
I've been playing guitar for about 12 years, so I have about 12 years worth of music that I can use, I guess.
You seem like you're struggling with this.
Yeah, I'm not very good with this shit.
Why not?
I'm not very...
You're putting yourself in a position where you're in the public eye. How's this bothering you?
Because I'm not playing my guitar. I don't fucking talk to people.
Okay.
Play. Shit.
That's it. That's cool.
Hold on.
Made a few words.
I've only been with these guys for not even a year, so...
You're talking about the two new band members?
Yeah, the two new band members.
Okay, yeah. Because you just told us you were with Mike forever, unless that was a lie.
Yeah. Well, me and Mike have been doing it for quite a while. I think 10 plus years, something like that. But,
Did you ever see yourself doing it with anybody else besides Mike?
Doing it with anyone else?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you and Mike fucking have it out, you hate him, he hates you, you guys broke up, could you do this with anyone else? I mean, would that, like, shatter the dream because you guys have been doing it so long?
No, not personally. I mean, it would hurt in the way that this legacy would be gone, but yeah. I've always looked at, different options as far as my own personal endeavors. And
cool.
I would do my own thing, regardless of whether they only broke up or not.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just
saying, like, everything ends eventually, but...
Tell that to Aerosmith, the Rolling Stones. I mean, who God? I could keep going. Metallica. I mean, there's bands that have gone on forever. They're never going to stop.
Okay. But I guess, yeah, it's a new experience being with these guys, so I'm kind of pulling out some old material, seeing how we can assemble it, and then after that, might be doing some more collaborative stuff.
That's cool. Okay, how do you feel about groupies?
Groupies? I don't care.
Yeah, I've asked everybody the same question, and they all had the same answer. It's so funny. Yeah.
I actually have a funny story.
All right.
I was walking with my girlfriend the other day down the street. It was a sunny day, and kids just got out of school or something, and there was a bus that drove by, and this little girl pops out of the back seat, and she like sticks her head out the window, and she had to be like not any more than like 12 years old, and she's like, "I fucking know you." I was like, "What?" She's like, "I know who you are."
That's cool.
And I was like, I don't know if it was associated with the band or whatever, but I don't know how else anyone would know who I am. Just some fucking loser other than that, but I don't know. It was pretty funny.
So no groupies tonight?
Those are my groupies.
No groupies tonight at all?
No. One woman guy.
Cool. How many shows did you guys actually end up playing?
We did quite a bit in the Michigan area. I'm not really sure how many. I mean, I look back on it now and I think, wow, we did a lot more shows than I remember. But we got a press kit that like dates back really far, and it's weird because we opened for some really well-known bands, and then we had opportunities to do that kind of thing, but didn't take them. Also,
why not?
Well, sometimes things come up with venues. Sometimes things come up inside the band. We had a lot of problems with some of the band members sometimes, but you know, a couple times it was had to do with like the venue having issues, like maybe drug deals and like violence going on, and we knew that kind of thing was going down. So it was like, you know, what do? Do you go and play this show and risk your life, or do you just skip it and, you know, save your pride, I guess? So we decided to save our pride sometimes. But Detroit's a pretty rough area, so I mean, when you're talking about going to Detroit to play some shows, you might be risking your life sometimes. But then again, I mean, some of the stuff just ends up being rumors. So, but you know, we ended up opening up for Guar, Lamb of God, Goat Whore, God Forbid, God Forbid, and a few other bands. And we did a lot of shows out in Michigan. We had a lot of fans. And then the band dissipated in 2004 while we were in the studio recording our first album.
Having a good fucking time or what? I'm having a real good fucking time. We got 2 more here for you. Now, a lot of the people come to the shows lately have noticed that we've been playing the same 5 songs over and over and over again. Well, we've been working on masterpieces, so I'm sorry. And we're going to play something new. This song is about 3 minutes long. And I hope that, you know, we don't fuck it up because it's fucking new, so I'm sorry. Have a good fucking time! Come on!
Mother. Yep. And who are you?
I'm Joe Heights. I'm Sherry's boyfriend.
Oh, there you go.
Significant other.
Significant other.
Love and life.
So how do you get? Oh, you look a little bit like Cameron Diaz. We'll leave it alone. Anyway, how do you guys feel about Neil being in the band and everything?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Totally support him?
Absolutely.
You enjoy the music?
Absolutely.
That's
He's so
cool.
theatrical.
I got some film footage of that actually.
Good.
So it's good times. Hopefully, I'm just hoping the sound comes out well. But when this is all put together, it's gonna be interesting looking.
Cool.
So thank you. What do you mean? What do you mean dissipated? Like what happened?
Well,
I've never heard this story, so this is interesting to me.
you learn a lot when you go into the studio. You get to learn everybody's strengths and weaknesses. This was the third time we were in the studio. One was for a demo, the next was for a music video, that one was for an album. An album is a full-length record. I mean, you're talking about like a lot of stuff that you're going to learn about somebody. And internal conflicts showed that some of the people that were involved maybe shouldn't be involved anymore. We had a guitar player quit, or actually it was a drummer quit, and then when he quit, the bass player quit, and you know, we just told our last guitar player, like, we're moving on, and we're moving to a different part of the world, and we know you're not willing to come, so we have to go.
We kind of figured out which ones were going to stick through it, and it was pretty much me and Mike. We figured out that the other guys really weren't up to the challenge at the time of actually pursuing something so professional. So,
Do you still talk to these band members?
yeah, off and on.
You know, once in a while. I mean, they'll congratulate us once in a while. They'll tell us what they're up to, ask us what we're up to, you know, that kind of thing. We know what they're all doing now. It's not like we've never heard from them again or anything like that. Some of the relationships end up, you know, severed almost, but
I think it started out kind of rocky, but after a while, it was just bygones are bygones.
everybody realizes where their place is too. I mean, when you're in a band like this, we moved twice. We've moved to San Francisco, we've moved to Rochester, New York, from Port Huron, Michigan, and it takes a lot of balls to get up and do that kind of a thing. And it doesn't seem like it does, but you're starting over in a whole new place. Nobody knows you. You don't know anybody, and it can be scary. It can be a brand new experience that some people aren't willing to deal with. And for us, it was just like, you're gonna do it or you're not, and there was no other question. It was just, you're gonna do it or you're not. And when it comes down to that, sometimes you have to do stuff like that in order for that to happen. So we did what was necessary.